Freak Show Podcast. Orlando and the Freak Show. Mornings from 6 to 10. Wild 94.1.
Happy Drake Day.
Hi, Friday.
Finally.
This is so awesome just to be just through the week.
Yes.
Welcome, Drizzy. How you doing, Iceman?
Oh, man.
For real.
It's 15th. They should take it over. No melting today.
We thought we were going to get one album.
Yeah.
Nah, not two. We get three.
That's not 3.
There's 3 albums.
It's 20,
There's-
23, 24 songs.
That's what I was reading this morning. It is 3 albums.
Is there? No.
Well, he has a singing album. Because this one I'm listening to, I ain't heard any like disses. Mm-hmm. I just heard a lot of doo-wops.
I like
Oh,
that.
no. So he got 18 on Iceman. He got 11 on Habibti.
Okay.
So that must be because the label sent out the one that was, I think the singing one was easier to clean.
Yeah. And then there's 14 on Maid of Honor. 3 albums.
Wow.
Me and Joey were in our YouTube yesterday watching everything because, 945 started the whole stream and the Iceman 4,
the
episode
episodes.
4.
Yeah.
And we were in the...
This says, Maid of Honor is what I'm listening to right now.
They just kept on throwing songs out, song after song after song, and we were in the chat room, and all of a sudden I see Joey go, "How many songs are on this joint?"
Yeah, they got it divvied out because they were like, "Yo, we got to try and clean them," but we can never trust their cleans because their cleans are always like trash.
Yeah.
But I've listened to them so far, and all of them have been good. But I was listening to Maid of Honor here while I was driving in, and this is all of the ones. Remember, I said Drake's girly breaks.
Yeah.
Are like the ones those are the ones that become like, because, I mean,
ones.
you like, oh, I'm going to rap you, I'm going to hit you with a bat and all that other stuff. Like, all right, that's cool for the guys.
Yeah.
But the ones that are like
girls.
the doo-wops, the ones that girls put on their TikToks, I think those are the ones that are on Maid of Honor.
Yeah, so Iceman is like the guy joints,
Okay.
and then Maid of Honor is like the girls, and then
So I should
the
just
Habibti
go to
is
that
like,
first.
No,
Maid of
they're
Honor,
all-
Maid of
they're all
Honor
kinda
definitely has got some. I mean, because I like BBW. I like that. I wrote down True Bestie. Like all these even titles. They're like, girls are gonna like flock to those
I like
because they're
it.
gonna use it for their like, little time.
Cater to me, baby, all day long.
Road trips, Ho Phase. I mean, it was some good records.
Did you see he crashed like a lot of the streaming services last night?
Oh, yeah.
Apple, right at midnight, me and Joey were trying to look for that joint, and you couldn't listen to the songs for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, multiple streaming services crashed last night for a long time because it was 3 albums, but he's a marketing genius.
I mean, he's talented.
Yes.
I mean, as
Did a
far
good
as
job.
I don't know about the marketing genius part, because but he
The
is
lead up
definitely
to?
talented. He's definitely talented.
Yeah.
I would rather be in the room or on fly on the wall for all of the people who are on the opposite side of his ire, like Khaled, Rick Ross. Even 21 Savage made the album, so he's good.
He had so many disses last night. LeBron caught a couple. Ho.
Yeah.
Good.
Jay-Z
Low-key.
caught everybody who was silent through his whole craziness or picked another side.
Yeah.
So that was, so that's going to be
love
sprinkled in
We're
throughout
going to be
the day.
quoting Drake all day.
Yeah.
For a while.
I mean,
Forget a big 3. There's too many chefs in the kitchen. dog.
Drizzy season is here, so
Good.
it's
We've been
definitely
waiting.
here.
Y'all run and
It's
talk to
commercial
Hope for a
hip-hop.
second opinion.
All right, we up. It's Friday. Wild 94.1 Bay's Party Station. Drizzy season is here.
Oh, yes, sir.
What did we say? We said Drake needs to come back for one thing, and it was melody.
Yeah.
Melodic, like whoever he has producing. I know 40 has been in and out of the sick bed and whatever, but he's still, kind of like in that mix, and that's where you get the melodic. This sets like when you hear these Drake songs, it's like, all right, it's some music in there.
Yeah.
If you make something,
so
make something for the ladies, everybody else is gonna join in no matter what.
I love stuff like
If
that.
you
Are we-
make it,
Are
it
we
will come.
going to do one of those slaps, or are we going to do one of those chicky records? Meredith, you pick first. I know you said you got a couple of that favorites that I know.
Yeah.
What do you want?
For the ladies, I want all my girls. I need something either sexy or something that just sounds really good. Something for me.
I don't know about sexy. I mean, there's some in here, but
Like, what kind of sexy you talking? You talking like sultry? You want something with like sexy red?
I'm over here. For
Like
real.
sexy red? Because
Yeah,
she's on there.
She
She's
is.
on there, but
Yeah,
I want something that
That cheetah print?
I want something that I'm going to be hearing for a while in the club, and something that was made for girls to kind of like get ready while I'm putting on my makeup. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Do you have the whole album there?
I have all 3 albums. I didn't even know there was a Habibi.
Yeah.
Dude,
because they have, I mean, like big shout out to Davey D who's up listening. Davey D pretty much like came through here and chopped up all of this because he sent out an email, and the thing is, he's one of the people we can trust, but it's like we can't throw something up on the radio without listening to him. So it's like having to listen to him while you're in the shower,
right?
Having to listen to him and see if you catch any. So I'm gonna try and give you one. All right, you get a choice. Either it's BBW.
Oh, okay.
That's the name of one song,
right?
These are on Maid of Honor. You get to hear BBW, or you get to hear
BBW or
True Bestie.
Ooh.
Which one do you want to hear? I'll give you one of those.
BBW.
BBW.
Yeah.
All right, Meredith is called the shot.
Okay.
Here we go.
For the ladies.
New Drizzy Drake for you with the Iceman joint. It is BBW exclusive right here, Wild 94.1. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I like that kind of music, so I like it. That's definitely something I'd get behind.
I was over here looking at the monitor, and it was like, I'm like, okay, this is like X Factor.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. All right, so that is BBW.
The girl joints, all right. I like the hard joints. I like the joints from my guys out there.
Okay.
All right, but those ain't the ones that chart.
I'm telling you, like, there's a couple on there that I think he's going to end up getting some club bangers with this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the girly break. It's just like house. Just like back when the Trixie's themes and all that stuff. The girly breaks was the ones that chicks was into. The beats and the drops was the ones that the dudes was like, yeah, and they was raged out. So it was a different thing. All right, you picked Whisper My Name.
Yeah, that my favorite is Whisper My Name. It was between that and the Future and Molly Santana joint, but Whisper My Name. I was listening to this morning in the car.
Yeah.
I had to put my seat back. I had the lean going. I
hear it.
I put the windows down. I felt like I was back in high school listening to this joint this morning. Like, so like as much as the girl joints on Maid of Honor are decent, and I think they're gonna be played in the club, Iceman has some bangers on it, and I think Whisper My Name is my favorite. So
all right, Iceman, open up. MP3, open up.
This is from the record label.
Open up. Yeah, I'm going through a lot of emails here. All right, Whisper My Name. Whisper My Name is off of the Iceman joint, 3-tiered, big 3 this morning. Somebody texted me. It's just now. It said, big 3 is Maid of Honor, Habibi, and Iceman. So that means that all the other rappers are out of the game.
Forget about a big 3. There's too many chefs in the kitchen.
All right, so I don't want to play another one, but I want to play make them pay.
Make them pay.
Make them pay was good too,
dude. There's one called
Make Them Pay. I don't want to like it because this is like one of my good friends.
Oh yeah,
but I'm like, damn. When he said it though, I was like,
Little Birdie is fire. There's one, Firm Friends. The hardest one is called Too Hard for Radio though. That was a fire.
Yeah, and that was a bop. I listened to that driving in. I was like, yo, okay, this was dope. I was like,
plot twist, dude. There's so
plot
many.
twist, yeah.
Okay, so are we gonna play any more?
I mean, yeah, we got. Listen, I don't want to just be in here dropping joints, but we can keep it going.
I mean, this is fun.
Like, I mean,
we have a listening party.
I mean, you can't play them all, so it's kind of like you got to pick and choose or whatever. But I just think it's ultimate. Like, I don't want to say diabolical because that's so over gassed right now, but it's just so shiesty to call out, like on that record, to call out on Whisper My Name, to call out your enemies. But Drake is different because Drake, this record's supposed to be like, Drake will talk trash and then sing to your face. And it ain't nothing more disrespectful than a man disrespecting you and then says, whisper my name. It's like, yo, you gonna diss me and sing to me? Like, come on, dog. Don't do me like that.
There's another song called, I think it's Burning Bridges.
Yes.
Where he's talking about getting bodied by a singing. And that one's fire too. Like, there's a couple of
he said we could burn the bridge because we could take the long way around. I was like, all right, Drake been writing.
What did he say about Khaled though?
I'm not. I mean, listen, it's in the song.
Okay.
I mean, and it's real. Listen, okay. Well, there's one part
because it's kind of political too.
Right.
It's also like
because it's something that the internet has said. Which again, while he's been creating this, he's probably been watching what's been said about people. So when you drop it, and the world has been saying it, they're gonna equally just lean in. Okay. It's just basically like Khaled's been silent about some things.
Yeah.
And the world has been talking about it like, yo, dude, like, we seen it. You got this, you got that, you got this, you got that. But what do you believe about, know, your folks or whatever? And Khaled has said, I have partners and sponsors and people and business relationships and stuff. So that's been kind of his response. But Drake wasn't really. He wasn't hearing that. he wasn't hearing that on the Iceman joint.
Here you go. Have fun with that.
Right. So, yeah. Now, somebody asked about 1 a.m. in Albany. That must be, if it's on Habibi, because that's the only one I didn't see the whole discography for. Because I think some of them leaks weren't like ones that made the final cut.
No, so I think 1 a.m. in Albany wasn't a leak. I think he dropped that early just to give people something before.
But did you see it on any of the listings? Because I've been through Iceman and I've been through Maid of Honor, and I didn't see 1 a.m. in Albany on any of those
albums.
Yeah. So what this is pretty much saying is that he had dropped some out there as teasers to get everybody kind of like salivating for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't. I don't think they're on those.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's great.
The 1 a.m. in Albany is not on there.
Yeah, I didn't see it this morning. Let's see here. We can take a break here.
Sure.
Play some commercials so we can keep it legal. We'll come back and do another. I mean, we can do this. We can. I mean, I'm just like, even when he says should, and you heard it, and you like. Yeah, we over here like, yo, no, that was good. Yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there's so many songs, though. Out of all of these songs, we got 14, 18, 11. So we got a lot of songs to choose from.
All right, this says it's Friday. We need some hype music. All right, play something hype so I could be at work listening. Okay, well, we'll keep it hyped up. We're coming back. We'll do Make Them Pay, we'll do Make Them Pay. Okay. All right. And the other thing is that the samples. Mm-hmm. The samples are key. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. All right, we're gonna come back. Freak Show, Wild 94.1. We got a lot. Somebody just asked for the menu of what we were doing today. Now, besides the Drizzy Drake, we got Your Confessions, we got Beat the Freaks, we got Scarioke. We also got TPD Police Chief Lee Burkhaw, who's going to hit us up because they got some invites for everybody, and just kind of they want to make sure parents understand what's going on with these takeovers, because apparently there's another teen takeover that is being planned.
Yep.
And they found out about it, and they're trying to kind of get ahead of that because a lot of the parents don't know that their kids are out there in the midst of what they've seen on the news.
Getting arrested. There was a 12-year-old that was arrested last weekend. I think like 3 13-year-olds. Yeah, this is a really big problem.
Yeah, it's a huge nuisance.
So, I know they're trying to give you some options and trying to come up with like some sort of, kind of diversion plan where, like they can say, hey, we can throw stuff for you too. And that might, I know it's not going to be as freewheeling as what we saw on the news because, Lord knows that was chaos. Mm-hmm. But if you're a parent and don't know where your kid is headed out, or they're like, hey, we're going out with my friends, we'll be back. It's like you might want to ask a couple more questions to find out if your kid's going to fall into that.
Yes.
Because you don't want your kid to be out there in trouble.
No.
We also have been popping out playing the joint. The funny thing is there's a bunch of, like, I might not be able to play all of these because, I'm not going to be able to play all of them because there's a whole bunch of them. But I'm saying, like, the ones that we like, when you look at them, they're like 5-6 minute songs. Mm-hmm. And it's like, the one thing you do is when you do come out with an album, you make radio edits. He turned this in yesterday.
Right.
So the label, all the way up to this, was preparing, but hadn't heard anything. Damn. Like, imagine that.
That's crazy.
So we got it at midnight. The label got it like right before we did. Mm-hmm. So that's how crazy it is. So giving you a little taste of this one. This is the Make 'Em Pay. It is Wild 94.1. Iceman has officially hit the joint.
WLLD FM HD1, Lakeland, Tampa, St. A Beasley Media Group station. Orlando and the Freak Show will hear your confession. And just like a priest, you're probably gonna have to do something after. But it ain't penance. Confessions at 7 on Wild 94.1.
All right, your confession at 7 this morning comes from a hungry husband.
Oh, okay.
It says, Dear Freak Show, my wife plays these Hunger Games every year with our household food in her damn quest for a summer body. This summer body hasn't happened over 6 years. Me and our kids suffer annually. My wife is curvy and perfect, but her mission has us now on a Mediterranean diet, so lunch and dinner are all jacked up. Fruits and nuts and avocado and salad with chicken on it was my lunch twice this week. My mother hates it more than I do. We run a family business, so my mom sees my everyday. When she saw my lunch, she threw a fit. She started bringing me lunch from her dinner leftovers. I've been eating pot roast and meatloaf, lasagna and stuffed cabbage. So I load up on a huge lunch so I'm not starving when I go home and pick over brown rice and chickpeas. The sneak eating I don't mind, but lying about eating her food is the bad part. It's almost impossible to work a full day with what we do on an empty stomach. Thanks to my mom, one meal out of the day is a winner. Then it says, you guys are in on my secret now.
Oh, my gosh.
And everybody else in Tampa.
And everyone else in Tampa is on it.
Why you have to call her out? Like, we do this every year for 6 years and it's never, like, she's never lost any weight.
Well, I mean, just whatever the summer body quest, he's like, hey, it's a quest and it's not happening because we keep coming back to this.
The Mediterranean diet is by far one of the healthiest you can be on. It's the most beneficial, and it's the one that if you're going to pivot and move on over and try to lose some weight, it's the one that's the most effective.
Is it fruits and nuts and stuff?
Yeah, but it's you're eliminating processed foods. I know way too much about this, but yeah, you're eliminating processed foods and a lot of carbs, a lot of unnecessary processed, like sugary stuff. It's just it's your meat. You can still have potatoes and stuff like that.
It could be great, but I think if I'm reading it right, because I know I would ask the same question. Like, my whole thing is, why is it that when mom makes a thing like where she says, hey, I'm summer body, blah, blah, blah. Like, you could eat out of a bowl.
Yeah.
But everyone else, why does everyone else have to go down that route? Every time you come up with something, Atkins, keto, Mediterranean, whatever.
Yeah, because I'm the chef.
What?
I'm the chef. If you want to make your own food, go ahead. But if I'm making a whole meal for everybody, I mean, I'm dealing with this right now. Anthony is on the Atkins diet, right? So he's like hardcore, no processed foods, absolutely no carbs. He's been doing this for like almost a month now. No sugar, no snacking, anything like that. So
does that mean everybody in the household has to do it?
Pretty much, except for the girls. That's not a healthy diet for children. So I provide other stuff for them.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You have somebody in your house that's doing it, but you're not forcing it on everybody else. Mom can do what she wants to do, but this man's out there doing labor.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I can't do labor on fruits and fig Newtons or whatever. Fig whatever's.
Okay, if you want to bitch
nuts
about
and
it,
bolts or whatever it is, like, I can't do that.
If you want to bitch about it, then make your own lunch.
Well, I mean, he's sneaking. She wants him to do it with her, and he's sneaking eating mom's food.
That's okay.
So,
I know what it bothers me.
I don't see anything wrong with this, because I think even if you don't see the results in the scale, because what I'm guessing is that she's doing this to try to lose some weight, you're still being healthier by eating this Mediterranean diet and not eating processed food.
It's good. It's salmon and chicken.
I don't see anything wrong with it, because feeling healthy is not always results in the scale.
This person out of the 813 says, agreed, Meredith. When O finished reading his lunch menu, I was like, that sounds good.
It is good. It's so easy to switch over to that diet and be healthier. It is. It's great.
But I think the thing is, the people who aren't signing up for it have to suffer, and that shouldn't be fair. Like, that means that's why they have animosity towards your goals.
I get it, yeah.
Because they're like, why do we get drug along with it? Like, how many people out there have an eating regimen going on in the house that they ain't sign up for? Like, that's where, like, one person wrote us like years ago that was like, he got busted because his wife kissed him and smelled McDonald's fries on his face, and was like, well, you been out, what you been doing? And then he got busted. Yeah. So, why do everybody in the house got to follow in, or can he tell his wife, hey, I've been eating mama's meatloaf?
I would just say
you
it's
can't
really for
tell
her. Yeah.
Like, now you can't tell her because you've been lying for a while. Like, you might as well not say anything unless she asks about it. Because, the heartbreak she's going to feel when she finds out that you haven't been eating her food.
It's annoying, but it's fine. At the end of the day, she's doing it for herself and obviously for her husband to be a little bit healthier as well. But, if he wants to go out and have burgers, that's fine. She wants to stick to her diet. It really wouldn't bother me.
Wait, 888-429-0941. We'll hit your phone calls and texts coming back on the other. Out of the 941, shout out to moms. Keep lying, bro. Grandma makes me food twice a week and my wife doesn't know.
Oh, man. Okay. Out of the 813, if they divorce, this would be the diet and healthy weight she would do for the next man. And she's trying to become that for you, and you crying because you got to eat chicken salad.
Listen. Oh, so the Mediterranean one is the one that gets you snatched?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any diet is going to get you snatched. But that's
any diet.
So this
might be. Is this the modelly one?
Yes.
Because there's some people out there that's been doing keto, and a couple of them that ain't really got snatched.
We're talking no processed food, no sugars. This one's.
Can you drink?
You can, the tequila vodka, yeah. You can have some wine every now and then. Yeah, it's doable. It's manageable. So
this says out of the 813, growing up, my best friend's mom was always on a baked chicken diet. They ate baked chicken every single day, but nobody else would cook. Mm-hmm. So that's just what they had to eat.
I hate making multiple dishes. Last night, I made meringue biscuits, cheddar biscuits for Anthony, okay? I whipped up egg whites so they were fluffy, and then I put in seasoning and then also a bunch of different cheeses, and I made them, and they turned out like light biscuits. My mind was blown, and there's no carbs in them whatsoever. No joke. I wouldn't recommend this unless it was good. I was like, damn, this is delicious. Even Anthony was like, this has no carbs? No, they're just egg whites.
See, and you wouldn't have known if you didn't try to make it for him.
And they were awesome. He can't have any bread, so he was like a game changer last night.
I looked
at him and I go, you love me, don't you? I was like, because no one's doing this stuff, trust me.
This one out of the 786, it says he's guilty because he agreed to it. What would resolve the issues for him is not to agree with it and let her know that he's going to help out and prepare something that everybody else can eat to go along with it.
All right, somebody says recipe, please.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. If you guys text that, I'll send it to you.
Let's see. I'm with Big O on this one. You don't have to drag the entire house into it. I think that's the question. If you got something, because better yet, if they see you do it and you get snatched and then they decide, ooh, okay, then they can, because you have a little bit more information on it if you've signed up everybody for it.
Sure.
But if your man is like, yo, I need certain to be able to work. I would think construction guys, people who are out there doing their work or whatever, they kind of need fuel to move. And that usually comes from some sort of carb, I would think.
I get that, but why lie? Why don't you just tell your wife, hey, you don't have to make me lunch. I'm going to make my own, or mom got me. The whole thing is now you're omitting that you're not eating the food. You're probably wasting a whole bunch of money and food that she could be using on herself.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people saying recipe piece. You might well just throw that thing up on the website.
Yeah, that or on my socials. I'll
put it on your social or something. Where
I'll
you can
get
just
back
give
to
them
everybody.
A link.
I'm good at all this.
Because there's 100 people who are asking for these biscuits. You said biscuits Friday morning, and everybody's like, yeah.
If anything, it's just Google baked cheese meringues. That's it. Like a cheesy biscuit meringue. Make sure meringue is in there.
Spell meringue for the people that don't know.
This person said, egg white biscuit recipe, please. I'm excited.
It was good. Just don't overdo it with the seasoning. Out of the 727, I'm kind of going through this right now. My daughter is 21, in and out of the house, but she just is into Sprouts right now and everything all organic, including my toothpaste. She said that there's lead in it. Girl, we've been using the same damn toothpaste for forever. Let me brush with the lead if I want to.
Oh, my God. My daughter loves Sprouts, too, because there's certain clean Takis that she can eat out of there.
Yes.
That's the only place she wants Takis from.
They're good.
To go to Sprouts.
I buy them too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. All right, wait. We got Zoe on the line. Zoe, what up, man?
What's going on?
What you got?
My wife tried pulling this, and I told her, I said, you can do this all you want. You could die healthy, but I'm gonna die happy. You want to know why I'm gonna die happy? Because I ate them cookies, I ate that steak, I ate that cake. I ate all of that, and that's why I'm going to die happy, but you're more than welcome to die healthy.
So the household doesn't go along with mom?
Oh, she does it to the kids, but she won't do it with me, because I'm a big boy. I need to eat,
So wait, so she's cooking for the kids and for her, and then she'll make something separate for you?
Nope, I'm on my own because I'm not eating what she's making. So I gotta do it on my own.
But see, you said you a big boy. What if she's trying to help you become more healthier?
She wants you to
Dog,
last.
I go to the gym every morning and at night when I get home from work. I'm healthy. I just have to eat different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different.
I got you.
I can't eat the same things. Yeah, I can't eat the same things she does because it doesn't fulfill me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Puerto Rican, bro.
Well, she kind of likes you. Yeah. She wants you to last longer.
Yeah, she wants you to live. You over here like, well, if you die, you gonna die healthy. I'm with that. She's like, why stop saying death? I got you, so appreciate you, man.
All right.
All right, let's see here. Well, there's this says, no, sir, I work construction and do keto. I have plenty of fuel. That guy is exaggerating.
Boom.
So they're like, yo, you can actually work on them fruits and berries or whatever it is.
And there's another one out of 941 that says, I'm a roofer. I do 12 hours a day in Florida on the roof, and you can easily go without lunch. You see?
Yeah.
Stop being ungrateful.
Wait, easily go without lunch. Like, that's...
Some people do it.
That's not even wise.
It's okay. I'm not necessarily recommending this, but it's okay to skip a meal every now and then. It happens to us when we get overly busy or whatever.
Everybody doing it.
But I'm just saying, it's not going to kill you to skip a meal.
It feels like it kills you. And you feel like you're dying.
I know. Like, my kids will come to me and be like, Mom, my stomach, I'm hungry. I'm like, be hungry for a minute. It's okay to feel that. And while I'm finishing up dinner, it's okay.
Let's see. Maybe have her meal prep so that she can have her food ready and still cook regular for everybody else. That's from Chef Shay.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a way not to drag the whole household into it, but apparently a lot of people are suffering through it. I buy the groceries, I cook the meals. You want diet, you take care of it. That's from Tiny right there. All right, buy your damn self. Everybody, it's a lot of attitude with you hungry people. Okay, so y'all don't seem too jipper on a Friday.
No, I'm learning a lot. It says we're actually not supposed to be eating that much.
Who?
Like,
the portion sizes are off?
Portion sizes. Like us as people, we overeat.
I agree.
So that Mediterranean diet.
I didn't look at you.
Don't look at me.
I was looking at the computer.
Hey, no, you weren't looking at the computer. Both of y'all looked me in the eyes when y'all said that. I don't like it.
All I'm saying is
there's
a reason why you look like that. And there's a reason why Meredith looked like that.
Oh, right? I thought.
Oh, Lord, I did not say that. I did not say that.
I said it. I said it.
You over here thick in the thighs.
So what? I know I'm thick in the thighs.
So you are on my side. Like, it's us against her. It ain't me against her. It's us against her. In the words of hip hop, if you haven't been put off a carnival ride, say yeah. Yeah. Okay, so bitch, it's us. It's us. Okay?
Oh my God.
You're acting like you all svelte.
I didn't say it. All I'm saying is there's a reason why we look the way we do.
All right, listen. Lies are bad, except if they help feelings. So maybe you need to keep this lie up, but just know if it comes out, it will be a problem because she's going to be like, why'd you have to lie?
Right.
So that's just it. So enjoy Mom. And the fact that Mom is hating on her stuff too is a little bit sketch. So I wouldn't really let your mom be like dissing your wife because that's your rib. All right? That's the best advice we can give you. All right?
Think you can beat down the freaks?
Anybody can be beat.
Are you up on your pop culture?
Duh. Winning.
Beat the freaks.
Can't wait.
With Orlando and the Freak Show.
Wild 94.1, the Bay's party station.
All right, it's Beat the Freaks time. I got Josh on the line. Hey, Josh, what's good?
Not much. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. You got Meredith's questions for $550, but you got me and Rich over here in queue. Who you want to go against for your win?
He told me Orlando on the phone. I heard it.
I'm going to take Rich.
I'm trying to hear lying on you, dog. Why they got to lie on you, Josh? That's terrible. All right. Listen, we got 5 questions written by Meredith, so throw out a guess if you don't know, because that thing might land. Let's see. Number 1.
What mathematical term means a number that cannot be divided evenly?
5.
Square root.
No.
Square root is not correct. Let's try number 2.
What is 12 times 12?
5, 4.
144.
Yes, it is.
All right, number 3.
Which state did Britney Spears grow up?
5, 4.
Texas.
Texas. No, that is not correct. Let's try number 4.
What is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
You know that. 5, 4, 3. Iron is not it. Let's try number 5.
Which travels faster, electricity or sound?
5, 4.
Electricity.
That is correct.
That is correct.
All right.
Let's see. You got 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 might get you $5.50 if he can't beat 2. But if he does,
Yes.
it stays in house. Let's
Okay.
see. Number 1, Rich.
What mathematical term means a number that cannot be divided evenly?
Prime number?
4.
Odd number.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Number 2.
All right. What is 12 times 12?
144.
Yes.
Go.
Good job.
Kids, those are called multiplication tables.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Number 3. Which state did Britney Spears grow up?
5.
Louisiana, right?
Yes. It is Louisiana. You're tied with 2.
All right. Number 4. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
Diamond.
Yes.
Diamond is correct. Right. And number 5.
Lastly, which travels faster, electricity or sound?
5, 4, 3.
Electricity?
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
True. You got 4. Josh, you got 2. Tell everybody what just happened.
My name's Josh from Largo. I did not beat the freak.
All right, it is your freak show, and there's some news that has been on our streams for the last week or so, and we actually have our TPD Police Chief Lee Bearcall on the line right now to help us kind of dig through it. Hey, Chief, how you doing this morning?
Hey, Orlando, great. And thanks for having me on because we're trying to get the message out, so I appreciate it.
No, absolutely. Meredith, Rich, and I were up here looking and kind of researching this, and I didn't know as we go through it. Everyone who isn't aware, there have been these teen takeovers that have been happening, and one in that happened at Curtis Hickson, and they said I just looked it up. 22 people were arrested, and through the ages of 12 to 21 years old, and there was actually firearms that were taken in as well and confiscated. Can you talk about the fact that these parents out here who are listening this morning, who are openly celebrating that their kids have just graduated or they're moving on to another class or they're happy that they're handling their testing, how left it can go if you let your child just haphazardly run out and take part in one of these events?
Absolutely. And this isn't just a Tampa thing. This is a nationwide trend that we're seeing. It's happened in D.C. We saw it in Orlando. In fact, in Orlando, there was even police officers injured in that event. But, yeah, this is something that the parents have to pay attention to, you know, what the kids are doing on social media or maybe, you know, parents that I know have tracking apps on their phones so they can see where their teens are and what they're doing. So anything like that would help. But, you know, the wrong person in the crowd could get involved in a situation where somebody gets arrested, and that's not what we want to do. Is we don't want to make arrests, but if we have to keep the safety of the community involved, then we have no choice. We have to make the arrest.
Now I'm looking at some of the stories here, and they have, I guess, when you did a town hall or when the people got together, there was one group who called for more community programs for young people, and you kind of are answering that call. The TPD is actually doing this down in Jackson Heights. Talk about that. What's happening tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. We got together with some community leaders. We have our councilwoman Nia Young, we got Titus O'Neill, we got Freddie Barton. We got a whole group of community leaders together, and we did a PSA video that we pushed out, and that's to bring attention to what we are doing tonight at the NFL Yet Center in Jackson Heights, where we're going to have a DJ, we're going to have music, basketball games, and free food from 8 p.m. to midnight.
Wow.
Open invite to anybody in the area. So this is our safe alternative. This is our takeover with a purpose. And, you know, there's already plenty of options out there for our youth, but we wanted to double down and provide this additional option tonight.
Now, for the people who are out there who are like, listen, I wanted my kids, or it's the end of the year, I want my kids to be able to go out and have a good time. What advice would you give a parent who's like, I don't want to be, you know, helicopter over my kid, and I know we talked about the Apple tags and everything else, but just like there's one kid here that his mom is screaming that he loses all of these charges that are against him. It says, I think his last name is Bellamy, and it says, his son is Armani Polite in the news story here. And it says, his mom says, I want my kids' charges dropped. He was not a part of that group. Just because he's black, don't put this on him. He isn't a part of it. But he was there, and he got roped into it, if anything. So what do you say to the kids who want to go because they don't want to miss out, that fear of missing out, but now you're out there, and if something goes left, you're in the melee?
Well, there's always two sides to every story, and that's what the court system's for, to go through that. And for us, it doesn't matter. You're black, white, male, female. We're out there just to keep the community safe. And, a good correlation to this is, you remember those street takeovers where the kids would come and they would do the donuts and they'd light the fire? And, in that, there's a state law that says if you are just an observer of that's a violation of the law. So parents need to be informed. And, it's just like anything else. Know who your kids are hanging out with. And there's always those instigators in groups, and there's people and teens that that your teen shouldn't be hanging out with. And just pay attention, be more involved. We have 1,000 police officers in Tampa, and we have 400,000+ residents. And this is something we can't do ourselves. We need the community, the parents, the guardians, everybody to do their part. And that's how we are safer together. Last thing we want to do is make arrests, but we have to keep the safety of our community our top priority.
It's hard I got to tell you, just because, we were all kids, and you could have the best intentions, and one person punches one person, and then 10 people start running, and then next thing you know, it's a melee, and you're in the middle of it, and it's really hard to discern who started it, who finished it, who was just there spectating. So I love the fact that this Jackson Heights for the NFL Yet Center is happening as an option. There are calls to have more activities. Is this something that you think would continue?
We'll see how it goes tonight. If it's a big success, that's something that we can do. The other thing that we have at our Police Athletic League is our midnight basketball, which we step up in the summer. And the city has their Stay and Play Parks program over the summer, which extends into the late hours. But if this is a success, we'll look at that and see what we can do. So there's plenty of programs out there. We'll see how this works. And if it's a success, then, definitely we'll evaluate that.
We're on the line with Chief Lee Bearcall, who is here for TPD, and he has an option for the takeovers that have been really a problem, and a lot of the families are fighting that. If we can ask, because someone just texted in, they're like, how do we know that there is a teen takeover coming? Is that just investigatory services of you guys on social media, or was there a tip, or, how do we know that's going to happen?
Typically, they're posting it on Instagram, but other maybe social media outlets. And the one of them took down the post. I think they realized there was another one planned on Saturday that was taken down. Because somebody that's promoting like this, there's other ramifications that they can face. So, that's something that we pay close attention to. But typically, these things are advertised on social media, and they're done for clicks. They're done for advertisements. And the last thing you want to do is have your teen involved in something like this that is planned for the wrong reasons.
Gotcha. This is interesting. We're getting some text in. Bonnie just texted in and said, teens take over. It's time to deputize some of these parents and have them show up at the events too.
We'll take all the help we can get.
Yeah. What would you say to the adults out there? Say you roll up on one of these teen takeover parties. Like, what do you suggest somebody do if they do see one, or they come across one and something dangerous could be looking like it's going on?
Yeah, no, call 911 right away. It's dangerous just for themselves. If you can see in that video, they're running on Ashley Street, how easy it is just to get hit by a car. Then you add in bringing guns. You're involved in a fight, and then a gun gets pulled out. Fortunately, that didn't happen, and we were able to intervene and recover those guns before it led to that. But you can imagine just the teens there could have been hurt or killed from cars, or if a gun came out in that fight.
Were you surprised that you had to arrest a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-olds, and they're so young?
Yeah, no, it's surprising. In my line of work, it's sometimes I'm not surprised anymore because I've seen it all. You remember in Ybor, just over 2 years ago, we had a 15-year-old that shot and killed someone. So, it is surprising, but it's unfortunate that we're seeing it more and more. If there's good news, though, out there, is we are seeing less guns being stolen out of cars. We're seeing owners take their guns out of cars and lock their cars up, which is how most teens get guns. So there is positive trends out there that less guns are being stolen, especially out of cars.
Is there a code word some parents are asking that they should be looking for on social media, or should they just be searching teen takeover? What are some things that they could look for?
You could look teen takeover, party, Instagram, especially TikTok. You can look at those. But teen takeover is the latest keyword that we've been using.
I'm looking at a text here from the 863. It says, my kids already know that they have too much to lose. They're athletes. They're not even trying to go to any of these takeovers because I've had talks with them often about consequences of actions and how one choice can affect them in so many ways. So if everyone out there can have that conversation, especially ahead of something like this to come, and then you can let them know that there are options out here like a basketball league or like tonight's event at the Yet Center where they don't want you locked into the house, but they do want you to be safe. And we've all been kids and we've all been around kids, or maybe, I'm sure a young 15-year-old Lee, was before he was a police chief. I'm sure, you may have maybe fractured a rule or two in the past. Maybe.
Hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, but that parent that just said that is a great parent. And then being involved in sports, you have coaches and mentors in your life. And anybody, even if you're not a parent, if you could be a coach or a mentor, in sports is a great way to do that. I played football in high school, which I regret because I got beat up every time and our team was horrible and we didn't have enough people on offense and defense. So when the fresh set of crew came out, I had to go on the other side of the line. So I have bad memories from playing football in high school, but I had a good coach and a good mentor that made a difference in my life. And those things are important. Parents, guardians, coaches, mentors. We need more of them out there.
Absolutely. But also, I love the fact that I've talked to you about this before. I grew up with officers that were either my dad's good friends or neighbors, or so we saw them every day. And if you know an officer, that puts a different relationship in place with kids who are growing up and finding out and learning rules. And so if they can come down and take part in any of when kids are out playing basketball with officers, or when they're out there palling around, I know I saw a few of them when we were at the Strawberry Festival and when we were out at the fair at the fairgrounds, and we were, locked down with school resource officers, and the kids were running over to them, high-fiving them and saying, "Oh, hey, what's happening, Deb? What's happening, Officer Fred?" So it was really awesome to see kids having that relationship when they have no reason to fear it. That bond means something and it carries on.
Yeah, and that's very important to me. Get to know the officer behind the badge. They're a person too. And that's something I've been focusing on, our community policing and enhancing that at all levels in the department. And we've seen great positive results from that. And that's something that we continue to do. Like you mentioned, basketball, and we'll be out there tonight, and any other event. And I see great feedback. The community is trusting us more, engaging with us more. We're solving more crimes because people are calling us and giving us more tips. Yeah. So that's just a great dividend to making Tampa safer.
I want to thank you for being so proactive, because I feel like a lot of police stations could take some lessons from this. What kind of things are you doing to prevent teen takeovers to happen in the future? Is there any campaigns, any programs being put in work?
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to our Facebook page, you'll see the PSA video that we did, and it's on Instagram as well. That's the first thing. We did it with community leaders, and of course tonight. And then, of course, reaching out to the people that are posting these and having conversations with them. Do you realize what you're doing with this post? And potentially you could be civilly liable for this. So, we reach out and say all those things, and we are very proactive. And I speak with the police chief in Clearwater, St. Pete, Miami, Orlando. So we all talk, and we talk about what works and what doesn't work.
Well, Takeover with a Purpose is happening tonight. It's the first stab at a lot of events that are going to be upcoming for the kids to be able to get out and get active. And it's at the NFL Yet Center, and that's 3310 East Lake Avenue. It's 8 until midnight. Chief, I appreciate it. Anytime you want to come on and chat, you got an open run. So I just want to make sure we get the word out, because somebody just said, I wish we could play this before that teen takeover happens. And the thing is, it's going to be up online, so any of you parents can take that link and make sure you sit with your kids and have a conversation, because that's going to be key to make sure they stay safe. So thank you so much, Chief. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and take care.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. That's what's up.
That's
right.
nice.
Is it free food for everybody or just teens?
Oh, you're gonna show up?
Man, if you show up and try and get a sandwich, I swear to God, you're gonna take them babies' food.
I'm gonna go so I can hang out with some teens. Maybe
that
talk to them.
Right.
No, but not like that. But if I could help prevent a bunch of kids from going somewhere else where it could potentially be dangerous, I'll go and help out.
And free pizza.
And it's what's so funny though, but it's like people were texting it too. You're not a bad parent because you don't know that your kid is there, but your kid has to know that the danger is there, the possibility of it. It could be 10 kids out there that are great kids, great grades, and everything else, but there's 50 kids who are out there who are going in and going ham, and once the craziness starts, it's like that run thing when you're in the club and you see people start running. You just start running because you don't even know what happens yet.
The herd mentality.
Right. And so, that kind of herd mentality, the mob mentality, when 2 or 3 people get it cracking, that's when everybody else gets caught up in the middle of it. And, the visuals that we saw were just insane. Because, you got kids on bikes, you got kids on, motorized joints and scooters and riding around. You got traffic that's running through there. So it is, a way that a tragedy can pop off just like that.
Easily.
So that's where police, we always said at Wild Splash in the last damn show, but more importantly at Wild Splash, because it was GA, it was like, don't make these officers do their jobs. Because they don't want to come out there and have to engage.
Yeah.
But if they see you zipping in and out of traffic, or some motorist calls and it's like, hey, y'all need to come down here, I almost just hit a kid. Now they got to come down there. It's like, so, everybody have a conversation. I ain't saying put handcuffs on your kid, but have a conversation with them so that they understand how serious it is. And like that parent said, like Kelly said, your kids know to avoid certain stuff.
Yeah. Keep us all safe.
That is important. So we appreciate everybody playing along and chiming in on the conversation. It doesn't end here, but it should continue. So you can take it and run with it. And we'll have it up at wild941.com and on our podcast with the whole conversation so you can share it. All right?
The Freak Show Podcast. Orlando and the Freak Show. Mornings from 6 to 10. Wild 94.1.